Hello, we're going to continue focusing on legislation, looking now at criminal use of computer systems and really focusing on a big piece of legislation called the Computer Misuse Act from 1990. So this is a law which really governs hacking and malware, are the two strands of this. So it is fairly old, which does lead it to have some criticism because hacking was around in 1990, but it was very different to what it is now. Now, unlike other legislation, the Data Protection Act and the Copyright Designs and Patents Act, this can lead to prison sentences. So you can go to prison if you fall foul of the Computer Misuse Act. You can get fined too, and it's quite rare for hackers to go to prison, which is partly why this law has had some criticism. But, like I say, the two main things it prevents or tries to ban are hacking and malware. So first of all, in terms of hacking, well, what it's saying in the law is unauthorized access is illegal. So unauthorized access is when you are bypassing the normal security of a computer system without permission. Now that's really the definition of hacking, to be honest, but we have, remember, got these three hats which slightly distinguish between the different motivations of hackers. So black hat hacking is where you're doing it totally illegally for your own benefit. Grey hat is a bit of a grey area, hence the name, where it can be illegal, it can be illegal, but white hat hacking is legal. And so white hat hacking does not fall foul of the Computer Misuse Act because of that last two words. If you have permission, if somebody has said, okay, you can hack me, then that means this law does not apply. But for grey, usually, and black, definitely, the Computer Misuse Act makes this illegal. Now this can be anything really. By normal security, this doesn't necessarily mean you've got this incredible multi-layered security system. It can just mean you've got a password or you have locked the computer. Anyone bypassing just standard security is considered to be hacking. So guessing somebody's password, technically speaking, is hacking according to the Computer Misuse Act. You have to be doing something active. If you are, say, looking at somebody's screen, if you are shoulder surfing, that's not the same as hacking. But also once you've bypassed those measures, if you were just viewing the content, well, that's illegal, but it can go further, right? You could modify the materials on the computer, and so that often will make things more severe. If you are, once you've gained access, starting to change files on the computer, that can be more serious because you are starting to modify, maybe deleting, maybe corrupting certain files, which can cause more damage for the victim in this case. Now that is hacking. Moving on to malware, which is sort of covered separately under this law. Well, if you are creating malware, which is software designed to impair a computer system, to stop it working properly or to damage it, that's what impair means, that is illegal. So malware, malicious software, we looked at different types, things like Trojans, viruses, spyware, and we looked at loads more actually. Different examples of software designed to cause damage to a system, to impair it, to use the legal word. Now there isn't really anything here about permission, although if you were, say, a researcher doing it just for your own computer, that would not get prosecuted, I'm sure. But if you were intentionally spreading malware between computers, that definitely could lead to you getting prosecuted under this law. That's when you are encouraging or even forcing this malware to be distributed to other computer systems. So if you are maybe sending it out in a phishing campaign, you are trying to get victims to download it, install it, and have it spread, that is definitely illegal according to the Computer Misuse Act. Now, all of these things I think are quite obvious. It can be very difficult for the police to prosecute. There are very, very few people who actually are caught under these laws because hackers tend to be quite good at hiding their paths, and also you can't really prosecute people operating outside of the UK. It's important to know all this, but bear in mind that this is not, unfortunately, widely enforced as much as perhaps people would like it to be.